All right, so on question 42, it said, what's the probability of a customer ordering the potato or minestrone soup for 41? And so potato or minestrone was 2 out of the 3 options. House salad is 1 out of 3 options. And then sugar or chocolate chip is 2 out of the 3 options. So we multiplied those together and got 4 out of 27. What's the probability of a customer ordering broccoli and cheese soup? So that's 1 out of the 3. Baked potato, so that's 1 out of the 3. And then a brownie, that's 1 out of the 3. You multiply them all together and you got 1 out of 27. What's the probability of a customer ordering potato soup or a baked potato? So potato soup is 1 out of 3, or, so we're going to add it, the probability of ordering a baked potato is also 1 out of 3. So the total probability is 2 out of 3. So the reason why we're adding instead of multiplying is because of that or compared to the ands in the other problems. So 44 is obviously on the wrong page. Sorry about that. So we come over here and it's giving us a list of data. So I go to the table. These are your X values. You type in the scores. Then you click Menu, Statistics, Stat Calc, and then one variable, Enter. Label this as your X. And then we just have to know how to recognize our information. So the X with the line over it is the mean, and it's 80.87. Median actually says the words median. It's 86. Mid-range, you take the high plus the low divided by 2. So the lowest value is 36 plus the highest value is 100 divided by 2. So 136 divided by 2 is 68. Mode is what number occurs the most. So thankfully these are all in order, so it makes it easy to see which one's occurring the most. So once. 86 shows up twice. So 86 is our mode. That's which one occurs the most. Are there any outliers? So to find an outlier, you take your Q3 minus your Q1 times 1.5. So my Q3 is 93, my Q1 is 71. So 93 minus 71. 93 minus 71 times 1.5, and that equals 33. So then you look to see what your Q3 is. So 93, so you can take 93 plus 33. So your number can be up to 126 without being an outlier. And then you go to Q1, which is 71, and you subtract the 33. And it can be as low as 38 without being an outlier. So, are there any numbers that are above 126? No. Any numbers that are below 38? Yes. 36 is an outlier. Write the 5-number summary. Include the outlier if there is any. So the 5-number summary is this min, 36, Q1, 71, 86, 93, and then 100. Draw a box and whisker plot and label the 5-number summary with any outliers. Okay, so I need to go, I'll label this 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. Oh, I didn't give myself enough room. Okay, I'm going to go down here. 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Okay, so we know our min was at 36. So just right past there. Okay, so I put a dot at that min. The next number was 71 in my 5-number summary, so I put a line. Then 86, so I put a line. 93, so I put a line. And then 100. There you go. So this is your 5-number summary. This 36, 71, 86, 93, 100. Okay, what percent of students scored between 71 and 93? So each of these parts is 25%. So 25%, 25%, 25%, 25%. So between 71 and 93 is those two portions, so 50%. Between 86 and 100, 86 and 100, this piece and this piece, so again, 50%. So that's how you read your box and whisker plot. Wildco Cereal Company has several different kinds of cereal. The average Wildco cereal has 100 calories per ounce. The standard deviation is 8 calories. So I need to draw my little bell. So here, average is at 100 with standard deviation of 8. So that means this 34% would be 108. This 13.5% would be 116. 124. 130. So here, now you subtract that standard deviation of 8. So 92. 84, 76, 68. Sorry, I had it paused and I didn't unpause it. So to finish the curve, this is always 0.15%, 2.35%, 13.5%, 34, 34, and it goes back down 13.5, 2.35, 0.15%. So what percent of Wildco cereals have calories between 92, so here, and 116, here? So you need to add those three portions together. So we have 34 plus 34 plus 13.5. So we get 81.5%. What percent of Wildco cereal have calories less than 84 calories per ounce? So here's that 84, and it has to be less than. So it's the 0.15 and the 2.35, which add up to give you 2.5%. What percent of Wildco cereals have more than 92 calories per ounce? Here's that 92, and it wants more than. So you're going to add all of these portions this way. So 34 plus 34 plus 13.5 plus 2.35 plus 0.15. I forgot the other. That didn't carry over that 34. I was like, that's not right. 34. 84. There you go. Which best describes the sampling method? You want opinions of the drug and bullying lesson, so you randomly choose 10 second period classes and survey all the students in those classes. So because you're separating them into different clusters, and then you're surveying different ones within different clusters. So this is cluster sampling. You're sampling based off of the location. Which step best describes the sampling method? The parking situation needs to be adjusted for next year. You put names of all the students in a large hat and randomly choose 100 to survey. So this is called SRS, or simply random sampling. Everyone has an equal opportunity to be chosen. Which best describes the sampling method? 25 students in your AQR class are surveyed about which shirt design they prefer. So this is convenience. You're only asking the people that are easiest for you to ask. Which kind of bias is described? A college student signs up for a study about financial aid. So this, because they are signing up for the study, it's called self-selection.